We are talking about all of the things today. I am going to go through numbers from Monday through Wednesday and then take you along with me as we go thrifting at my favorite local consignment shop. If that sounds good to you, stay tuned.
3 Queens, Resell, where the deals just shine. Boss ladies on the grind every single time. From victims to new, they got the fashion view. Step into their world, you feel brand new. Got Gucci, got Prada, got everything you crave. Their passion for fashion is what they bravely gave. Resell getting strong and the ladies in command. 3 Queens, Resell, taking over the land.
Hey friends, it is Stephanie with 3 Queens Resell. And I am back again with another video. So it is Wednesday, friends, and it's hump day. I'm losing my voice. Let me tell you what's been going on. So I did it. Yesterday, I was at the bins for 8 hours straight. And I'm telling you, it is like, I don't know. It's just so physically, like I am still tired. So I started this video last night, like getting my notes together of what sold, but I was so exhausted, friends, that I could not even stay up to put it together. So I am going to do today's video, which is about, we're going to go to the consignment shop today. But tomorrow we'll be back with the numbers and the big haul. The big 8-hour haul. But that's why I'm losing my voice, and that's why I'm tired, because it was like it was like working outside all day, and my muscles were just tired, and, but today will be a more delicate shopping experience, because we're going to hit up some consignment shops. But I want to share with you what has sold the last 3 days, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So right now listed, we have 2 eBay stores. We have 2 eBay stores. The one that, you know, we rebooted, and the other one we rebooted too, but just not as aggressively. Like, I didn't list on it for like a whole month. So in June, I decided, okay, now it's this store's turn. So I'll be giving you data on both of them. Why do we have 2 eBay stores? Well, a long time ago, when I did consignment, I opened up another eBay account just for my items that were on consignment. And throughout the years, I just have never gotten rid of it. And so now that we are listing so much in, my husband manages one, and that, well, I manage them both, but he lists on one and I list on the other, so we don't, you know, double list things. But it's kind of like a little competition between us, like whose eBay store is like performing better, which it's always his, because we put all the newest stuff in his store. And we put the stuff that has kind of fallen off eBay, or that needs to be delisted and relisted in my store. But once we get through all of our List Perfectly catalog and catch up mine, we won't be doing that. But I digress. So in the big eBay store, there's 1,713 items. And in my little eBay store, there's 313 items currently listed. And our eBay numbers are down on both stores. Our 31-day numbers are down, which just I expected, because I didn't work for a week. And I didn't work as much when I went to New York. But it's still like a gut punch. So I am definitely working hard to get those little arrows to go back green and go up. But it is also the summer slowdown, so I don't anticipate like a turnaround until like mid-July. So, but with all that said, we did have a really successful Sunday. I need to turn off notifications on my phone. I record on my phone, and sometimes a message will come through, and I'll get distracted like a squirrel. So first up on eBay, these were a quickie. These Talbot Chatham ankle pants, size 12. I picked this up in my Marco Island thrift store haul. So they had been listed since June 18th. The order total was $25.09. The transaction fee was $3.50. And the shipping label was $6.09. And my earnings were $15.50. Next up was this eBay sale, and it was a repeat buyer, so thank you, repeat buyers. These have been listed since February 16th. They are the Clark's Marianne Helen Clog Black 9. The order total was $38.31. The sales tax was $3.40. The transaction fee $5.13. Shipping label $6.26. And my earnings were $23.15. I really do, as a small business owner who sells one-off thrifted pieces, I really do get excited when I see repeat buyers, because that means that we are doing something right. And so it's one thing to get 5-star reviews and good feedback, but it's another thing for someone to decide to come back to your site and buy again. And I just really appreciate that. And so we had 2 repeat buyers this week. So the next one, or to this day. So the next one was also a repeat buyer, and it was this L.A. Tahari silk tank, size small. The order total was $25.50. The sales tax was $105. The transaction fee was $3.55. The shipping label was $4.43. The ad fee was $1.28, and my earnings were $15.17. So Tahari and L.A. Tahari, I'm on the fence about picking up. I used to pick them up a lot, but then the pieces just sit forever. So I'm definitely going to check sell-through rate before I pick them up going forward, because that's what we do now. But they're such quality pieces, but at the same time, it's not really my matrix anymore. I'm still tweaking that. Stream of consciousness here, friends. Next up was a Mercari sale, which we love Mercari sales because sellers don't pay any fees. So whatever you take the offer for, all of that goes into your bank account. So it was this Nike crew neck half zip pullover, gray size small. It had been listed since May 30th, and I took an offer of $13.12. I don't know why my husband took that offer. He is much easier to take offers than me, but whatever. Next up on eBay, the rest of the sales are on eBay. This John Fashion mule, like beaded mule, that have been listed since October 13th. And honestly, guys, I think these were my mother-in-law's, and she's been passed away for 3 years. So I think I just got around to like relisting them. But the order total was $39.65. The sales tax was $166. The transaction fee was $5.30. The shipping label was $7.16. The ad fee was $1.98, and my earnings were $23.55. The next step was the Spirit of Courage Nuembe Art to Wear. So in my research, these tops sell amazingly. Like the sell-through rate was over 100%. If you list one, it is going to sell. But I was having trouble with actually writing the title. So when I did Terapeak and I looked up like how many were listed versus how many was sold, I scrolled down through the listings because I didn't find any 2 that were alike. So they're really unique. But I looked down through the listings for the keywords, and I added some of those keywords into my description. But I think even without that, just on the brand, this would have sold quickly. It's been listed since June 3rd, and it sold in so less than 20 days. It's actually probably been listed shorter than that. That's when it was put in the list perfectly as a draft. But the order total was $51.02. The sales tax was $264. The transaction fee was $670. The shipping label was $438, and my earnings were $37.30. Next up was this Torrid super soft knit midi dress. So Torrid, we are only picking up at the bins. It's just that like the price point for Torrid has plummeted. And I think that might just because so many other lines are making nice plus size pieces as well. So, but I'm still going to pick it up, and lucky for me, 90% of my sourcing is done at the bins, so I'll still pick it up at the bins, but not anywhere else. So the order total for this dress was $18.52. The sales tax was $143. The transaction fee was $269. The shipping label was $609, and my earnings were $831. And then finally on Sunday we had this soft surrounding multicolored tunic. Soft surroundings is I think of it as the older women's free people. Like, it's expensive like that, and it kind of has like that aesthetic, but in a more mature vibe, I guess. But it has a lot of lag and look pieces. This multicolored tunic was gorgeous. It sold on eBay for $18.38 was the order total. The sales tax was 93 cents. The transaction fee was $267. The shipping label was $545, and my earnings on that were $933. That had been listed since February 28th. And so when we look at our sales for the week, we had 7 on eBay for a total of $132.68. Excuse me. Then 1 on Mercari for $13.12 with a total of $145.80. The average sale price was $18.23. And most of those items were either donated or came from the Goodwill outlet. And so my cost of goods for it was $15. Moving on to Monday, we had 4 sales, 3 on Poshmark, 1 on Depop. So the first item was this LL Bean corduroy shirt jacket, black size large. It had been listed since May 30th, so under 30 days. Then we have this Rachel Zoe skull print top size medium. I'm not sure if I told you, but on the LL Bean, it was sold for $25. After $5 in fees, I was left with $20. I'm sorry. Rachel Zoe skull print top size medium. I really thought that this would, I'd only had it since January 18th, which is long for me, but when I picked it up, it gave me like Halloween vibes, but someone bought it already. I took an offer for $9. After the $2.95 in fees, I was left with $6.05 because it really had no activity yet, but I really wasn't expecting activity. But if you give me an offer, and depending on what mood it was in, I'm going to take it. Next up is this Lily Pulitzer short, size extra small. These sold for $31 after the $6.20 in fees. I was left with $24.80. Like I've said about Lily Pulitzer, the floral pieces do much better. These were listed since April 16th. So if you see Lily Pulitzer in a solid, kind of look up comps, but the floral pieces do well. and the larger pieces do extremely well. And then finally for Monday, we had this Lululemon Scuba Cropped Jacket, red size 4. I took an offer on Depop for $40 after the Depop fees of $214 and the transaction fee of $213. I was left with $33.87. I did pick that up at the Goodwill outlet, and so I had about $1.70 into it. I still pick up all Lululemon. It is extremely popular amongst the younger kids now. I taught middle school for 23 years, and when styles get to the middle school, usually the older girls stop wearing them. So, for instance, Victoria's Secret pink was really big when I was, when my oldest daughter was in middle school and when I was teaching middle school. All the it girls wore Victoria's Secret pink. And now, like, if I list Victoria's Secret pink, it normally goes to a younger, like, person, or it's the smaller sizes that do better. Lululemon, my 5th grader, is, well, she's going to be in 6th grade this year, coming school year, is really into Lululemon, and so are all her friends. So I know to still be picking it up. Definitely at the price point, Lululemon is retail. People are not going to really want to buy it for their middle school kid. So I think it's going to get a re-life on the secondhand market. In fact, I know because my Cheer Mom friends, I could have listed this on our Cheer Mom page and gotten $80 for it. And so I might start doing that because they want the Lululemon, but they don't want to pay the full price for it. And so keep picking it up. It is going to flip because the market for it has just changed a little bit. Now, my older girl, as far as the athletic wear, I think we're going to move on to Vuori and Aloe. So for the day, the totals were on Poshmark and Depop, $84.72 for those 4 items. No eBay sales today. The average sale price was $21.18, and our cost of goods was $5.20. Then wrapping up our what sold part of the video with Tuesday, June 25th, we had this fresh produce top, peach size medium sale. It had been listed since February 17th of 23. I had the top and the pants, and I wish I would not have broken this set up. The pants sold right away, but the top has like sat. So this top sold for $8 after the fees. I was left with $5.05. Then on eBay, we had another quick flip. This Tommy Bahama hooded linen sweater, size extra large. It sold on June 18th, so in less than a week. The order total was $33.27. The sales tax was $2.18. The transaction fee was $4.51. The shipping label was $6.09, and the earnings were $20.49. Tommy Bahama is very expensive retail. If I like to pick up all of their linen pieces, they do really well, and they actually flip pretty quickly. Then lastly, on Poshmark, we have this Romans sleeveless tunic size 20 women's. It had been listed since May 2nd, and it sold for $18 after the $3.60 in fees. I was left with $14.40, and so my earnings for the day eBay was $20.49. Then Poshmark was $19.45. I did not do the numbers, but it looks like the average sale price is going to be around $15. And my cost of goods for those items was like less than $3 because they're all pretty light. They would have been about 2 pounds, and our bins is $1.79 a pound. So thanks for watching the what sold part, but we are going to go shopping and head to the consignment store, and I'll take you along, and I'll be back at the end for a little haul. So I am loaded up and headed to my first consignment store, and it is down in the city. Okay, friends, it is 9:16, and we are, I was trying to decide which way I wanted to go. Off to at least one consignment shop that I normally go to. I used to go on Thursdays. Thursdays became overran with resellers. Thursday is their markdown day. But Wednesday, they have a day where if you have their reusable tote, you get an extra, it's usually 10%, but sometimes it can be as high as 20%. And so it's an opportunity for me to shop when it's less crowded. I get an extra percentage off, and I don't have to fight for my life against other resellers. So wins all around. So it is, they open at 10, so it's about a 30-minute ride. There's a lot of construction here, so about a 30 to 40-minute ride down to the city. So I will check in with you guys when I get there. Okay, we didn't get very far. We made a pit stop at Big Apple Bagel to get a bagel sandwich to eat along the way. So we might not get there right at 10 o'clock now. So we'll see. Okay, we are at my first consignment stop. I think I am going to do 2 today. And I have a whatnot auction scheduled at noon, so I might have to push that back a little bit. But I'm out, so I might as well do all the things. But we're going to start with the outside racks first. That's where the sell stuff is, and then we'll pop in. So I always like to start at these racks outside. They have them arranged 80 to 20% off. So for the purposes of reselling, I've just learned just to start at the 80% off. The 60 and 40 and 20%, the markup is too high for them to ever be worth reselling. Every now and then, if I'm shopping for myself, I'll go through the other racks, and their markdown date is on Thursdays. So this is the last day before they mark down items again. So this rack is normally picked over, but every now and then I can find some gems. So I've passed up some Athleta and some Topshop, some Loft. Those are, yeah, Topshop. Just smaller sizes or brands that I really don't like to pick up anymore. And so I just quickly go through these. Sorry, I'm the worst vlogger ever. I'll get better, friends, I promise, the more I do it. I did pick up this, no I didn't, that cabbie piece. Had it been a little larger, I would have picked it up because I do like cabbie. But I did pick up this dress. Put it in my cart just so that I could. So I love coming in here because it's just always so organized and quiet, and you just really get to look at the items and appreciate beautifully displayed pre-owned clothes. I have found this 90% off rack in the back corner, so I'm just kind of going through and looking through. Normally there's a lot of smaller sizes or things that were way overpriced back here, but from time to time I can have some luck. So I'm looking to see if there's anything I want to grab, to look up comps, or maybe for a whatnot sell, or even to list. This is an Oscar de la Renta skirt, and I thought about it, but nah. And this one is a Nanette Lepore. That brand just doesn't do well for me. It was so pretty. No, that was Banana Republic, sorry. Those I ended up investigating, picking up, and taking with me. Then I like to pop over to the shoes. These are all the sale shoes. And a little tip, if there's only one shoe out, it is a higher shoe, like $30 and up. So I only look at the ones that don't have mates. And today I was just looking for pink and orange tags. And I love getting my shoes here because they are already cleaned up and in most cases just ready to list. I don't think I just picked up one pair of shoes off the 90%, but I didn't see any other ones that I was interested in. So I always like to go into the fitting room. I take everything into the fitting room, and that's where I really like sit down and look up comps. So I will go through some of the things that and tell you why I decided to pass or pick them up. I decided to pick up this athletic sports bra. It was 90% off, and it should be able to sell for between $18 and $20. Next up was this Urban Outfitters piece. I would have left it behind, but it was brand new with tag, so I couldn't, and it came home with me. Next up was this Roxy sundress. It was also 90% off, and I felt like it was cute and perfect for the spring and summer. I decided to pass on this Alice and Olivia formal jumpsuit. It was a size 8, and it had a as-is tag on it. I couldn't find the flaw, but I didn't want to take the chance either. Next up was this Diane von Furstenberg wrap dress, which I do love, but the comps just were not there for that price point. And next up was this floral camo print. The comps were just very low, and so was the sell-through rate for this brand. The brand was Eva Franco, which I've never sourced before, so that's why I was interested in it, but maybe on a different piece. Next up, this was our Minted James. The sell-through rate for this item was very bad, and I would have taken this Vineyard Vines sheath dress had it been a larger size. Maybe if it's at 90% next week, we'll pick it up. Now this one I did decide to bring home with me. It is Ulla Johnson, and I'll talk more about it. This one got left behind, Calypso. I did have a special treat. I ran into my sister, Queen Lemon Cake, at the consignment shop, and of course she got me off track because we started chatting for a while. Okay, friends, so I am back home. I did end up going to 2 shops, but the second shop I was only in for like 5 minutes because my husband called and he's going out to lunch with a friend. So I wanted to get back home because we got that kid here for summer. And plus she has to be at practice and at 2, and it's just a whole thing. It's just a whole thing. And so I'm back. Long story short, I cut it short, and I only got 3 things from the second consignment shop. Like I mentioned, I never get a lot from there anyway, but I will start with those 3 items. Well, here's 2 of them. I think one of them is still in the car. I hope anyway. So I just said in the video that I was only picking up toward at the bins, but I did find this 4X sports bra. So I guess I'm not only picking it up at the bins if I find a really good deal on it. This was $2, which is kind of like the bins, but I didn't have to fish for it. Okay, so next up I have another Torrid piece, and this is an 4X as well. It is this like lovely little tunic tank, perfect for summer. And then also from that store, oops, cheers on it, is this soft surroundings dress. So I thought that was cute. So that's all. And this has pockets. What size is this? The size, I hate it when the size tag is missing, so I'll have to measure it. I would say at least a large, maybe an extra large. I'm going to try it on. Maybe it will fit me. We'll see. If it fits me, then it's an extra large. So then I have a new Stanley. My daughter got me this. She just brought it to me. Isn't that nice of her? Okay. Now, from the first store, so everything else that I show you is from the first store, but it's from this is from today, but the other stuff is from last week and then the week before I went on vacation. Yes, it's been a minute. So I did pick up those Panama Jack pants. So comps looked like they'd go for around between 25 and 35. And picked up these men's. I'm not sure I showed these in the video, but these are men's Brooks Brothers dress pants. And these go same, about 25 to 30. And Athleta sports bra. I know Athleta isn't as popular as Lululemon and Aloe and Viari, but it is still a pricey brand. And so whenever I can get it for a good price, I am still going to pick it up. Then I did get, as I mentioned, that Urban Outfitters dress that is new at Tag. It is a size small. It does have that smocked back, so it's cute. I might sit on that for a second. Next, we have this Roxy dress, and it has that smocked. I've done well with Roxy. Sometimes I put skater or beach in the title. Perhaps like the best item is this Ula Johnson. Little blouses like this were going for, I saw one for over 200. I'll get more realistic comps, but I'm expecting about 60 for this. That is a very, very high-end designer, and I actually don't think that I've ever had that in my closet. So these are a size 6, Mark Fisher, little like slide in like pump. I know this braided style is popular, and my oldest daughter really likes this style. If they were her size, she's a 7, I would give them to her, but sadly they are not, so they will be listed. I picked up a few wallets for Whatnot gifts. So if you come to a Whatnot auction, you could possibly win one of these. These will be buyer appreciation gifts. So what happens is once I do the whole auction, people buy things, and then I have a drawing of all the buyers are entered into a drawing to win whatever the buyer appreciation gift is. I usually give away like some type of accessory. So I have this wallet, and I have this wallet as well. And sometimes I even let them choose if I have more than one. This is new, unused, and these just make good little free gifts. I've given away a Dooney and Burke coin purse. So just whatever I can find. And then these are 7 for All Mankind. I picked them up. Hear me out, friends. I know they're skinny. Button Fly still does really well for me, the high-rise Button Fly. They do have a raw hem, and they're 26. So 26 is a pretty standard size, and so that's why I grabbed those. So that is what I grabbed today. Now, the rest of the stuff, they are from that same consignment shop that you see in the video. I just got them over the past couple of weeks because I've been traveling and I haven't had time to do a haul. Let me get organized here.
3 queens Resell, where the deals just shine. Boss ladies on the grind every single time. From victims to new, they got the fashion view. Step into their world, you feel brand new. Got Gucci, got Prada, got everything you crave. Their passion for fashion is what they bravely gave. Resell game strong and the ladies in command. 3 queens Resell, taking over the land.